Welcome to the College Bowl tonight, National Championship. Coming up in just a couple of seconds. I want to thank you guys for tuning in all season long for our College Bowl coverage. College Bowl tonight, and it's coming up in just a moment here. So we want to thank you guys so much, so very, very, very much for coming out all season long for our college football tonight. And we'll get it going here. College football tonight. Right now.
And we welcome you back here on the Star JJ Sports Podcast. It is College Bowl Playoff National Championship postgame show live right here. And oh my goodness, this was a lot of scoring and a lot of Devontae Smith. And this was pretty much just what we thought we were going to see. This was a dominant performance by Alabama. And, I mean, they made Ohio State look foolish in this game. It was a big win for the Tide, and we'll really get down to how they did it. But obviously, it starts with the guys up front. The offensive line and the defensive line, they were both dominant, and they controlled the line of scrimmage for the entire night tonight. And I think that really was the difference in this game. Because, I mean, Ohio State really couldn't get anything going. All their drives stalled while Alabama was getting touchdown after touchdown. And, I mean, Ohio State, they were in it. And it was just a couple of plays that go the wrong way. Soon you're down by 10, 15, 20. And this was an Alabama team that certainly deserved this national championship. They were a really good top to bottom this year. And, you know, I'm going to give them credit. I think Ohio State certainly deserves credit. They were playing shorthanded as always in its 2020 year. They always missing people. But the thing that Ohio State has to learn here is that they have to keep consistent. They can't afford to give up big plays, and they have to execute in the critical downs. To beat Alabama, you had to play a perfect game for Ohio State did. And it's very unfortunate that the Buckeyes lost Trey Sermon. I think Trey Sermon could have kept the Buckeyes in it for a lot longer. He would have made some big plays at least, I think. And I think he would have made Master Teague more effective as well. And, I mean, you can only do so much against this Tide team. They're deservedly champions of college football. All right. Enough said. Let's congratulate the Alabama Crimson Tide on yet another national championship. This was a great year for the Tide. They did it in really every aspect in this playoff, and I'm impressed with what the Tide did this year. It's really the consistency aspect that is important, and they're just continuing to do this year after year, where they win the SEC and they just keep on winning. I really don't have much to explain this with, but I like Nick Saban and what he's done. It's really great. what you got to realize is that they went through a brutal SEC schedule this year, flawless. And that's really hard to do. It's hard to ask anybody to do, let alone doing it in a pandemic with so many distractions. And yeah, I mean, you can't really ask that much more out of this team. But certainly we'll see. This is just this. I mean, you could feel it coming. Alabama hadn't won a title in quite some time. And, I mean, I picked Alabama in the pregame show earlier. Wasn't how I envisioned it playing out entirely. I thought that we'd see Trey Sermon, but obviously it's unfortunate that he got injured in the first play. Now, there was a targeting call. I agree with that targeting call. I think there was the right play when they ejected the Alabama player. I know there will be people that say that it was the wrong call, but I think that you had to eject him there. Alrighty. Thanks everybody for coming out. College Bowl tonight. All season long, we thank every one of you who listens, watches, and shares. Says again, great show that we got here going. Hope to continue it next season. College football back. Hopefully to preview individual teams in the preseason, and then we'll certainly get it going with our College Football Tonight post-game shows and our College Football Today pre-game shows come August and September. But of course, next week we got continuing coverage of the NFL postseason, the divisional round, then the following week the conference championship, and then of course Super Bowl 55 in February. This has been a great season. And a season where you didn't have any certainty, it's certain that it's over. And we completed so many football games. This Alabama team, they completed a full schedule. In my opinion, this was enough to justify that you can't put an asterisk next to this team. This was a championship that they earned on the field, and you can say all you want that someone isn't deserving, but hey, be careful who you ask for and what you wish for. See you guys next season. For the final time of the 2020-2021 season, I'm Jarrett saying good night all.